Hmm. The hair is coming back. Probably not. It's just too high maintenance. Welcome everybody. I'm just quickly setting up the stream. I mean, I think that's fine. Yeah, I don't have to set up anything else, anything more. All right, let's go here. Let me go here. Um, so I just want to quickly make sure that it is like working in proper order. Should be public. Oh, no, wrong one. Give me a sec. Public, cool. All right, now let me go here. All right, and all right, let's put it in the corner like that. Does that look good? I think it should look good. Um, all right. Let me see how I can do this actually. Okay, so we're at 22 minutes. It's got 11. Okay, actually, I don't know how I'm going to read the chat. I just realized. Um, do I have another device? Ooh, this actually might be a bit of a dilemma. Just realized I don't know how I'm going to be able to check the chat. Okay, give me a second. Just quickly give me a quick second. I want to see if there's a way I can check. Oh, Australia's backwards jokes, the audio. Oh, it's good? It's good? Okay, cool. I want to. We're at 11.6 without the bite screen. I know, it's crazy. I just want to see how. Is there a way I can, like, read the chat? Participation moderators only. Pop up chat. Oh, okay, that does not work either. Okay, let me. Yeah, this might work actually. Oh, this might be a bit janky. Okay, sorry, just give me a quick second. I'm just figuring out. Oh, okay, wait. This actually works out kind of good. Hang on, give me a sec. I just want to sort out so I can see the chat. Okay, this actually kind of looks good. Okay. Okay. I think that's good. I think that's good. I think you guys will like that. Now let me put. I should probably put my face. Is that the best? That does that look good? Does that look good, guys? I think that looks good, right? I think that looks good. So we've got the Pikachu. We can see the Pikachu. We can see the bidding, and also, yeah, I think that looks good. All right. So basically, this is what we're gonna do. So we're basically just gonna watch the auction, but then we're also gonna actually like talk as well about really whatever. Now I do want to see. Am I okay? Yeah, that. Actually, this looks quite good. I think this does this look good. I apologize. I do not have another screen. Well, technically I do, but it's just in a different room. I don't have another screen, so I can't see. Like, I do want to talk to the chat. Obviously, I'm just going to talk to myself for hours on end. That would just be weird. Um, okay, I think that's good. You're not placing a bid? Yeah, I mean, it kind of does make you wonder. Like, if you were to sell, I don't know if it's just me. Let's play chess e4. Oh, that would be kind of funny, actually. Actually, it would be pretty funny if we did play chess. Okay, it does actually make me think. If I were to sell everything, I don't know if you guys do this, but do you ever think if I sold everything, what is the most expensive card I could afford? For me, I think the most expensive card I could afford, well, it would have to be about 100 grand USD. What card can I get for 100 grand USD? Can you get like a PSA 9 Charizard for 100? Oh, no, I think that's like 60 grand actually. A PSA 9, um, a PSA 9, first edition Charizard, I feel like I could probably get. But I'm pretty sure the Illustrator Pikachu, even if it's like a 9, I think it still sells for like 10 grand or something. 10 grand. I think it still sells for like $1 million. I actually kind of want to Google what is the most. Wait. I want to Google what does the Pikachu oh, Illustrator sell for? Wait. No. Card sell for. I want to see what it actually does sell for. So you got 5.1 million. Are there any other sales? Because like I actually do wonder. So lowest ones have been 200 grand, 400 grand. Hmm. Interesting. What about like PSA 9? Surely like PSA 9s are sold? 800 grand. Okay, cool. Oh, this is actually so good. So it's sold from 800. So a PSA 9 has sold for 1.2 mil. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. What did I miss? Nothing. The auction has pretty much just started. Very interesting though. That is quite interesting. Okay, that is kind of going over the chat. Okay, this I think this actually does look quite good. Let me know if you guys do think this setup is good. Let me just make sure the stream is good. Everything does look, yeah, everything does look good. All right. Hey man, missed the hair. Can I pop this on the tally? Oh, I mean, yeah, you can pop it on the tally if you want. I'm not gonna like take off my hat, so like you can pop it off if you. I don't really see the correlation between the missing the hair and pop this on the tally, but you can if you want. Cut is more like a PSA 9 widening on the back only because Logan Paul has connections with the PSA, hooked him up. Yeah, it is kind of weird, right? Like, I don't know. It's sort of weird how that works because the condition is actually kind of like not really that good. Like, it is. Before it got reholded, um, if you guys saw my put your cam on the right side. Oh, okay, easy. All right, all right, all right, all right. I'll put my cam on the right side. Boom. Yeah, that's actually like way better. Yeah, facts. Oh, we just got a new bid, guys. It's now 12,188,000. I did not know you could bid below intervals of 100 grand, but anyways, here we are. So it is now 12,188 grand, as you guys can clearly see with your working eyeballs. I don't think I need to say that out loud, but with the buyer's premium, it is $15.1 million. I don't know if you guys saw my video yesterday, but take off your hat. Yeah, okay, pal. I'm not taking off my hat, buddy. Yeah, what's it called? Yesterday, I made a video predicting how much it'd sell for, and shit, I was completely wrong. My prediction was without the buyer's premium, just talking about like bids. What I was thinking was it would be either 7 to 11 mil. We're past 11 mil, so we'll see. We'll see how close I was though. But judging by the fact that it still has 16 minutes left, I am kind of curious. It will go for at least 5 billion. Yeah, okay. Um, Sweet, thanks. Buy PSA 9 and resub. I don't think that would work because PSA would be really strict on it. PSA are very very knowledgeable that if they get this card, if they grade another PSA 10, they know that it would destroy the value of the other one. It wouldn't halve the value, but like it would definitely damage it. So I don't think that they would probably want to do that. So I don't even think like just talking about not if it's worth it, but if like sorry, not if it's good enough to get a PSA 10, but like I don't actually know if PSA would even allow that because it would just really really damage the market. Buys premium 18 mil. Yeah, it's a pretty fair guess. I could see that. Did you say Destin Morales booster box? I just sold a couple. I bought them pretty cheap, so I'm just kind of taking profit on a couple. Yeah. Uh, what was some of the first? What's up? Why did you the video backwards? Ooh, I don't know. Just looking at this chat, Australia's backwards, lol, just oh lol. Okay, yeah, the okay, yeah, I guess Australia's upside down, so I guess yeah, I guess that makes sense. I just got a notification you joined. You've been cracking with the videos, my man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh shit, we're at 11.6. Yeah, it's crazy how expensive it is. Whoever buys that card is a complete dumbass. It's getting really up there in price because this doesn't break the highest like most valuable card that exists. Okay, so the most valuable card that exists was like some sports card. It sold for like $12 million or like $13 million. But I think there was a Hogness Wagner that Ken Golden offered the owner. I think he offered him like $29 million and the guy turned him down, which is actually crazy because getting offered $29 million for a trading card is ridiculous. And it kind of makes you think it's like, whoa, hang on. What's the chances that doubles to 60 mil? It's like, is that really going to happen? And then imagine it doubling on top of that to like 1200 mil, like sorry, not 1200 mil, but 120 mil. Like, that's not happening. So like it is kind of crazy, but this could be the most expensive card we see on a public auction. Actually, you know what, let's quickly Google what is the most expensive public auction card ever. Okay, so the most expensive sports trading card sold at public auction was 9 million USD at August of 2025. Oh, so it actually wasn't that long ago. I guess it makes sense. Collectibles have really boomed. Um, wow, that's crazy. So this actually is more expensive because, well, if you go buy the buyer's premium, it's actually more expensive. I feel like this could probably end soon. But anyways, thoughts on One Piece popping soon? I don't know if it will like pop, like completely deflate. It has pulled back a decent amount, even once like OP13. Sorry, while we're at it, might as well quickly talk about it. OP13 is absolutely plummeted. So what is 13 at? I am getting through the comments, so do not worry about that. Yeah, I mean $500. Like it's kind of already pulled back a decent amount, anyways. I don't know if it's going to pull back much lower. Even cards like the Gear 5 Luffy, it pulled back from 20k USD to 13. Like I'm pretty sure that is the pullback already. But anyways, moving on. Can I use Klarna for this card? Yeah, yeah, you actually that's actually pretty funny. That's actually pretty funny. Yeah, could you imagine just after paying it, it takes you like 1,000 years to pay it off? What's your opinion on the overall market? It's pretty healthy. It's pretty slow but steady. It's good. It's good. Very like calm. At least for Pokemon. Some other trading cards a bit intense, but right now it's pretty chill. Thoughts on the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Full Art? Yu-Gi-Oh! It's going to struggle for it to get momentum because when a card game loses momentum, it's very difficult to get it back, especially when another card game has already won players over, won collectors over. It's very hard to get them back. See, having a new trading card game is a bit of a different story. If you have a new trading card game, you can explode and do really well because of the excitement um, of a new card game, right? That's actually exciting. But then when it comes to something like Yu-Gi-Oh, where it's 20 plus years old, I think it probably will struggle just for the sole reason that it's not like people are seeing it grow. Like it's kind of already. I don't know. I feel like it kind of already had its time, to be honest. I don't know. Full Arts might save it, but they're gonna have to do more than Full Arts. They're gonna have to make some really nice illustrations. They're gonna have to do what Magic the Gathering did and do serialized cards. They're not like Pokemon. They're not like One Piece. They have to do serialized cards. They have to really go all out on it to get people's interest. See, something like Pokemon doesn't need to do serialized cards. They know they don't need to because they're too popular. They know that they can just put it in the back burner, right? They can just do it later. If Pokemon slows down in 20 years' time, if they do serialized cards, I guarantee you that would quite literally break the internet. Yeah, it would destroy the internet. Like GG's well played. But with something like Yu-Gi-Oh, I feel like they just have to do that just to stay afloat. So if they do that, if they go all in, if they go the manga rares was really expensive, very difficult to pull. So there's a chase inside and serialized cards. It might do well, but only time will tell. Really hard to predict overall. But right now, what they're doing, it's not enough, to be honest. That's just kind of a bit of a long answer there. So right now, we have 10 minutes and 15 seconds left. So we'll see what happens, see if there's more bids. But anyways, I think it's going to sell super high and the buyers are going to back out and not pay. Well, yeah, I wonder, like, what's the logistics of that? Because I know that you actually need to, like, prove that you can pay for the card. So not anyone can just make an account and just bid on it. You actually have to, like, prove it. So, like, I actually do wonder if you do bid on it, like, what happens then? And, like, you don't pay for it. I do wonder. You think it'll hit $15 million? It might. I guess we'll see. Do you have any Ascended Heroes cancels on you? I don't think so. I did buy it off someone who I've been buying for a decent amount of time. He's usually pretty good, so no so far, but we don't know until it does arrive. So like so far no, but like I guess we'll see, right? The One Piece is real? Yeah, facts. Hey Sam, hope all is well. Keep up the vibes. Great work, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it. Just charge back. Um, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think you have to have an account. Like I think you have to prove that you can actually like pay for it. I don't think you can like just bid on it, but like it would be kind of interesting if someone bought it and just did a chargeback though. It wouldn't be funny, but it'd be kind of interesting. I think it'll hit at least 14. Yeah, so right now it's at 12.1, but with the buyer's premium, it is 15.1. And I did a bit of research, and apparently, when it comes to evaluating things, you do look at the buyer's premium as well. So that kind of does mean that even though it is what's it called, even though it is at 12.1, when it comes to evaluating it, you would evaluate it at 15.1 because that's what the individual is actually willing to pay for it. So it is like a cost, like it's a thing. If you buy something on eBay, the cost is $100 for a card, right? But then if it's something on this, say this auction site, it may go for $90, but with a 10% premium or a 20% premium or however much the premium is, right? So it's kind of like you do add it on. So yeah. You're a great YouTuber, man. Keep up the good analysis. So many people appreciate it. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. 1,000 PC ETBs are better than this card. Yeah, but the thing is, think about it. You've got so many other issues. First of all, what if Pokemon print Pokemon Center ETBs? Now, they're not going to. I'll tell you that much. I doubt they're going to print more. I highly doubt. It's not guaranteed, but we realistically don't. I mean, this is not guaranteed, so it's a very low chance either way, right? But when you're investing 12 million into something, you do have to kind of be a bit cautious, right? Like you're not really looking for the biggest returns. You're just looking at something that will go up. So um, with this, it's a bit different because it's one singular card. You can keep it, you can store it a lot easier than 1,000 PC ETBs. So it's like if someone is buying this as an investment, I don't think that they are worried about making the highest percentage returns. Otherwise, I would assume they'd probably invest in something else like Prismatic Evolution PCETBs, honestly. But considering the fact it's this high, it kind of does make me think like, okay, I don't think someone's doing it to maximize their returns. Maybe they're just doing it as more or less a store of value, because overall this card is always going to be valuable. Obviously, you're not going to want to sell it at a quiet time. You're going to want to sell it at like the very peak, but like either or, it's still a $12 million card. So it'll still hold value, and it'll be probably easier to liquidate, to be honest, versus like 1,000 PCTBs. But anyways, I don't think the person who's buying this is worried about maximizing returns. Place a bid, yeah, I'll consider it. Yeah, I got 6 minutes. Oh, I'll consider it. Thank you. If you did buy it, would you want to keep it with the chain or nah? Oh, that's actually a good question, actually. That's actually kind of valid. Well, yeah, there's a lot of like accessories and stuff, right? There's this diamond, which apparently this is worth a lot, just the like materials alone. Um, it's really nice. It comes in this really nice box as well. It's nice. Like it's cool. I don't know though. Like it's not really something I guess I considered because I don't really plan on grabbing it, as you would probably be able to tell. Um, yeah, no, I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe I don't know. It's a bit flashy though. It's a bit too like iced in a sense. Like it's a bit too. Yeah, yeah. I think it's a good way to put it. It's actually just a bit too flashy. So probably not. But then again, I also wouldn't spend $12 million on a card if I did have that. So like you're kind of asking the wrong guy. So I guess like refresh the page. What's wrong with your timer? Well, there's nothing wrong with my timer. Is there something wrong with it? It's at 5 minutes and 20 seconds. I'll give it a refresh. Oh shoot! Oh, it went up. Sorry, it didn't. No, okay, whatever. Oh, well, thank you for letting me know. Okay, I don't know why it didn't update, but all right. Would you buy Dyson Rails at 550 USD? Yeah, definitely. Like, I think it's worth it at 550 USD. Um, it kind of just depends, like, what your intentions are with it. Like, are you planning to hold for a really long time? But overall, I think Dyson Rails is going to have a very interesting future. The reason why I think Desmond is going to have an interesting future is yes, it's the best set of the era, but the pull rates aren't that bad, and the cards inside don't have the level of hype that other cards like the Prismatic Umbreon did or the Bubble Mew. I mean, we can all agree the Bubble Mew is literally more hyped than anything in Death and Rivals. So I think Death and Rivals does have potential, but it's definitely something that like it's going to be a very interesting future. I'm not saying like it's going to go down or it's going to explode or whatever. It's just going to have a very weird future because it's the best set of the era. Well, it's the best booster box of the era, but it's not the best set, which is just a really weird situation. We've never had that where the holiday sets just thrash the main sets, so I guess we'll see. What's wrong with your timer? Oh, yeah, I already read that. Hi, Sam. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. People who invested at this card watching this go from 12 mil must be fuming right now. I don't know. I don't think so. Okay, Logan Paul bought it for $5 million in 2020. It's 12.1. Well, at least that's what they'll get. I think that's what Logan Paul gets. I think the buyer's premium, like that $3 million, I think that goes to Golden, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if they would though. Would they really be upset? 5 years just to double your money? It's not the best thing out there. Oh, sorry. Okay, hang on. That does sound kind of, okay, things like the SP does take like 7 to 8 years, but it's a trading card. It's really risky. To buy an item like this, I don't know, man. To be honest, I don't think they would be fuming. I'm pretty sure the one who probably lost out is someone like Paul, like the actual owner of it, Logan Paul, because there's so many other items that did so much better that is Pokemon. Um, it's not necessarily like, I don't know. It's just these kind of cards, they're not an investment. They're really not. Because they really do not do, they go up barely anything. If you bought anything in 2020, I mean, imagine you bought Team Up for a couple $100, right? Imagine you bought literally any Sword and Shield boost box and you would have way outperformed this. If you bought one of every single Sword and Shield box, you would have 5x your money, 10x your money. Well, yeah, exactly, actually, because all of the booster boxes combined costed, say, $100 each. I think there's, how many are there? So 11, 10 booster boxes. We got Sword and Shield base. You got Rebel Clash, Vivid Voltage, Darkness Ablaze, Battle Styles, Evolving Skies, Fusion Strike, Brilliant. Oh, I just realized I'm counting that wrong. Okay, hang on. Sword and Shield base, Rebel Clash, Vivid Voltage, Darkness Ablaze. Well, other way around. Darkness Ablaze, Vivid Voltage, Battle Styles, Brilliant Stars, Evolving Skies, Fusion Strike, Astral Radiance, Silver Tempest, Lost Origin. Okay, I did stuff up the order slightly. 11 booster boxes. That costed you 1.1 grand for all of them. Dude, now they're all worth about 9 grand. So I don't really think they intended it to be like an investment, to be honest with you, because like there was so many other better decisions. And that's talking about like trading cards. Like this, I don't even know if this is outperforming the S&P, because I'm pretty sure the S&P has gone up way more since 2020, while at least more like high percentage than this. So I don't know. I don't think they're really fuming, to be honest. But very interesting nonetheless to see. I would be interested. Who's buying this? Are they buying it as an investment? Are they buying it like what's the intention, right? Because I don't really think there's I mean, obviously, I'm sure it'll go up in the future, but like, if you're investing in a trading card and you're not going to make that large of returns, you'd probably just want to invest in stocks. So I don't. It's not like you're going to make those aggressive returns like Prismatic or Dozen Rivals, but then also it's got the risk of them as well. So you got high risk, low reward versus other things where they're the same reward, lower risk, like stocks. So I don't really think the person who's buying this is buying it as an investment. Maybe they are, but I guess we'll see. I wouldn't really see the logic though. But anyways, hey Sam, watch your videos, love your content, and your takes. Made my wallet happy. Yeah, well, I appreciate that very much. That's very cool to hear. Can we have a room tour? There is nothing interesting here. There is absolutely nothing. This is the entire room right here. The other side is literally an empty bed frame and also just a table with just bubble wrap on it. So trust me, it's not interesting. Like I could give it to you if you really want to, like a room tour, but there's nothing interesting here. So yeah, this is not my bedroom at all. This is literally just like a recording area. It's just a nice looking corner, and that's virtually it. So yeah, it's not really that interesting. Trust me. Sam, do you think the Pokemon hype will die down after the anniversary? Maybe. I don't know. It's already died down. A lot of the hype is kind of gone, and the market is a lot more stable now. If you look at stuff like, yeah, 151 Booster Bombs, I'll show you this. This is something I was looking at today. Okay, 125. It is, look at this in the 6 months. This is very stable. Like, if you look at this, you can't tell me that there's like a lot of hype with the market right now. Like, okay, hang on, hang on. If you look at a year, you'll see, okay, I think, was it 2024? Something like that. Or 2023. It was like $30 a booster bundle. And then it jumped up to about 60, and they didn't really do anything. But if you look, you'll see in even like September or August, you can see even like July, it was $73. Now it's 125. That's pretty stable, right? Like I feel like the market's really cooled off. Like, okay, it went from like $30 to like 60 to $70. But then after that, it has calmed down like kind of a lot. Like you can kind of see it really jumped up. And like after that, it's taken like half a year to move up a lot. So I think this is really healthy for the market where it's actually just not really doing a whole ton. And I think that's kind of just better to be honest. So yeah, I think a lot of the hype is actually gone to be honest. And I think a lot of the market right now is more or less just like people thinking more sharp, people thinking like more smart, not really like maxing out credit cards, not like draining their bank account to buy a bunch of stuff. Now the market's like a lot more mature in a sense. You've got a lot of cards like, well, even like prismatic ETBs. I mean, you can see those guys, they're not like super volatile. They've just slowly but surely been going up. 4:30 a.m. Holy crap! Here, oh my goodness! In the UK, damn! Did you have you stayed up for the auction? That is, oh, unless maybe like at work or something, but far out. That is that is such a weird time. It's like early where you think that you wouldn't wake up that early, but you also wouldn't stay up that late. Are you up for the auction? I don't blame you though. It is 2:30 p.m. here, so it's like midday. But yeah, 10 minutes left. Is it going down? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Just refresh it because it was a bit weird before. Okay, so it's still at 12.1. So I guess we'll see what it does. It hasn't really, no one's really bidded for about 20 odd minutes, so we'll see what it does. But yeah, even things like prismatic evolutions, it's just kind of slowly but surely been going up. But it's not like overnight it jumped from $100 to 150. Like this took a long time. If we actually check, oh, 5:30 here, but I'm a night worker. Okay, that is valid. Yeah, that is kind of what it sounds like. Unless you're actually working, it's a really odd time to be up. But if you look, you'll see this thing was for, if you check like May 19th, right? 110 all the way to here, 126. It tried to jump up and it lost momentum. This thing has been like at the low 100s for a while. Only recently has it cracked above 150. So I don't know. I just kind of feel like the market it doesn't have the hype that it did last year. See, last year I was in a Discord server, and last year the owner he would literally just ping every day something exploded. There was a buyout on this card. It went from $20 to $100. This box got bought out. This item jumped up, right? But it's like now there's no jump ups. Everything's just kind of leveled out. So I don't even think there's hype anymore, to be honest with you. Of course, boxes are still expensive, like Phantasmal Flames and boxes are still hard to find, like MSRP, sure, but like I find the market's a lot more tame right now, for the most part. So yeah, do you think now is the time to sell a Desperas box? If you want to, it's really difficult to answer that. For me, I have sold a couple, but that's just to lower my like cost. And it's because I bought them quite cheap anyways. So when it goes up such a large percentage, there's just kind of no harm in selling one or two. Kind of just depends how many you have. If you only have a couple, I'd probably recommend maybe just keep them. But it just depends what you entered at, how many you have, what else you own, what else you want to buy. There's a lot of factors to it. Gundam to the Moon, yeah, facts. I'm actually soon to get 2 beta boxes. Should be in about 2 days, so I'm pretty hyped for that. Now waking up to go to bed, need more Pokemon. Yeah, that is actually really valid. Um, yeah, fair. Why is it 12 mil if it's actually over 14 mil in the Logan Paul stream? Ooh, I didn't know he was live. That's pretty cool. Um, it's probably because he's looking at the buyer's premium. Oh, wait, actually, maybe it's stuck. If it shows, no, it's still 12.1. I don't know. That's kind of weird. Maybe he's looking at the buy premium. I'm not 100% sure. That is a little weird though. Nobody should be supporting Logan Paul scams. This card was a PSA 9 for ages. He owes people millions that had invested into this card. Yeah, valid. Honestly, I actually do agree. Honestly, it is a really weird situation with the card. I heard that it got resubmitted like 20 times until it eventually got a PSA 10. And I also heard that he still owes people money with the liquid marketplace. But I mean, look, it's still. No. It's I do have a set to USD. I definitely do have a set to USD. AUD would be like 23 mil with the buyer's premium. So yeah, it's definitely USD. Yeah, I don't know. It's a really weird situation. Judging by what I've been told, it seems like he got 49% of the card with liquid, and he sold the other 51% of the ownership to the liquid marketplace. And then apparently he bought 59% of it back, but he paid everyone back what he originally sold it for. But it's like, dude, but it's gone up in value. So how does that work? But I don't fully know. Very weird situation though. I don't think it's necessarily supporting Logan Paul. I don't think anyone realistically does, if I'm being honest with you. I don't think most people even like him, if I'm being honest with you. I think it's more just the card people like, not necessarily Logan Paul himself. Um, so I think it's more just people like the card. It's a PSA 10. It's a very rare card, so it just naturally has interest. I don't think people are going like, yeah, Logan Paul. Yeah. Do you think this will cause vintage slabs, especially high-end PSA 9s and PSA 10s, to boom slowly for the rest of the year? I could definitely see this breaking some records. The news covers it. New Pokemon all-time high sale. And then because this is a lot. Like this is getting into sports cards territory more. This is more than sports cards territory. I believe wasn't it? Didn't we just Google it? Wasn't it the largest sale for a single sports card was $12.9 million as a public sale? So this actually could break that. This could be the most expensive trading card in all of existence that has ever sold on a public sale. So I think it definitely will. 100%. 100%. I actually made a video about it. If you are interested, I did make a video about 9 odd hours ago talking about what I think will happen. I was basically saying I think this will basically bring confidence in the hobby. Yeah. Same, I only have two Death and Rise booster boxes. Should I sell? No. No, no, do not sell one. That's not enough. Oh, sorry, no, 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 no. That's fine. That's fine. So no, that's not enough. But that's not enough to sell. I don't think with this kind of item you have to sell one, double your money, and like, so you have a zero cost basis. Like Pokemon is pretty safe. So like, I would probably say when it comes to trading cards, if you only have two boxes of a Pokemon set, I probably wouldn't recommend selling it. It's like for me, I had like eight or nine, and because they went up so much, I sold like two or three, and it covered the entire cost of everything. So for me, it's like now I'm chilling. Now I got like six that didn't cost me anything, and I can always just buy them back later if I want, anyways. If I want a larger position, but anyways, I'm after four Pokemon Center Center Heroes ETBs. Yeah, valid, aren't we all? This auction is nothing more than a vehicle to hedge. Hmm. I don't know. I think no, look, it's I think people are overthinking it, dude. People are overthinking it. It's I don't think it has I think people are just like I understand people think that it doesn't deserve a PSA 10 and people think that it's owned by Logan Paul, so like we shouldn't be supporting him. But I think it is kind of just people liking the card overall. It's the only PSA 10 exists. I understand, yes, it's controversial, but it's still a PSA 10. I understand that. I've heard the tag is better condition. I've heard that there was like a PSA 9 that's better condition. Sure, but it is still a PSA 10. So I think that people kind of give it a little bit too much slack. Like I don't know. I think it's just kind of like yes, it was re-slapped during the auction. Yes, it's kind of sketchy, but um, still nonetheless, it's still a PSA 10 of a Pikachu Illustrator. So yeah, I think people kind of just overthinking it. Anyways, should thoughts on pack opening channels? Aren't they kind of dead? I don't think pack opening videos like even do well anymore because the thing is, rip and ships is like so much better. Imagine getting to watch someone open up a booster box live. They get to open up 100 in a stream, but also on top of that, he's whizzing through the packs. He's just ripping through them. I don't think sets. I don't think channels other than one like big ones like PokeRev. I don't think other ones actually do that well. To be honest with you, oh, we just got a bid, so it's at now $12,288,000. Holy crap! I thought the thing was gonna end. But yeah, yeah. Okay, so we got another bid, so now it's above 100 grand, which is pretty cool. Um, should I sell my OP13 booster box for Deaths and Rivals? Oh, that's. Well, I wouldn't honestly. Probably not. No, no. OP13 is way better. Look, Destiny Rise is cool, but OP13 is like a million times better. Don't do it. I would not recommend it at all. Too many red flags, including the reslab. Why would you destroy the vintage slab and reslab it? It just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I like completely agree with that. I don't know why they reslabbed it. Did that? would that really like? I do wonder, like, in another world, if this stayed in the original slab, would it sell for more? Or would it sell for less? Because like I don't know, it is kind of weird. I do agree. It is really weird that it's re-slabbed. Like it's still, it's still PSA 10 and still whatever. But dude, if you look, I will say, if you haven't watched my video, make sure to check it out. But this card is way cleaner than the original copy. Like, am I not the only one that like noticed that? Um, what it extends on auction on every bid, yeah, so it goes up to 30 minutes. But dude, look, like you can literally see this card is like perfect. But then if you look at older pictures, it sells. It was actually way worse condition. I'll see if I can pull up older pictures soon. But let me just go check catch up on chat for real quick. Sam, I asked you my question like 5 times and you skipped it. Should I? I'm thinking of selling my collection in 2 months at the top of the hype. Yeah, you can't call the top like at all. You're not doing that. You would never be able to call the top. Um, it's way too difficult to call the top on something. Okay, so just got a bit even more. So this is just not updating this page. So I have to update it every once and again. But now it is at 12.8 mil. So yeah, um, I would not. Yeah, you can't really predict the top, my guy. It's like impossible to do. Like everyone always has this thought that like they know when the market's gonna top, but you can't. So the thing is, you can predict which items are gonna do really well. But I don't think that you can predict what's going to happen price wise. Like, okay, it's pretty obvious we can predict that something like Black Bolt is definitely going to do better than White Flare, right? Like, Black Bolt is far better, but we don't know how much more it's going to be in the future, right? It's like something like OP13. We know OP13 is going to do really well, but we don't know when the top is. I mean, I thought the top was $300 for OP13. Did I recommend buying it on my channel? Absolutely. Did I recommend buying it when it was 180? 100%, 250, 100%, 350, 100%, 350, 4, 450, 5, 6, 7. Absolutely. But I always was crystal clear. I said just dollar cost average and play it safe, right? You can't call the top. I thought the top was 300. Then when it was 500, I was like, all right, that's definitely got to be the top. And then it was 700. And then once I hit 700, I was like, yeah, I have no idea where this thing's going to go. Yeah, so now it's at 12.8. I'll just give it another refresh. So I'll refresh it like every two. Oh, now it's at 13. Now it's at 13 mil, which is 16. Yeah, this is definitely, I guarantee you, every single news outlet is going to cover this. They're going to go, oh my goodness, remember those Pokemon cards your kids used to have 20 years ago? Well, they might be worth something. One just sold for $13 million PSA 10. And they're probably not even going to say PSA 10. They're probably just going to no, they're probably gonna say like, and you could have this card as well. Check your collection. Maybe your kids, maybe your old collection, you have one of these. I know one has this card. If you know you have this card, you'll know it. Like, sorry, if you have this card, you'll know it. Anyways, so now it's at 16.1. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, that's insane. It's just insane because it was like 5.1 like 24 hours ago. I understand that's how auctions work, but it just amazes me. Anyways, while we're at it, because we're gonna be here for a while. Let me see. PSA 10 Pikachu Illustrator card. Okay, let me see if I can find the auction. Is this the old slab? Oh, I need to find pictures of the old slab and I'll show it to you guys. It's very interesting. Nah, that's not going to be the old slab. That's the new slab. Oof. The old slab is like completely different condition. If I can find the old slab. Oh, can't be reached. It's kind of difficult, but the can you typo? Oh yeah, sure. Literally every single stream. What is that? Oh yeah. I was looking to see if it was public. That's actually really funny. I was wondering if it was a public company. um, that's really funny. Where is I can't find pictures for it, but if you look at the old slab, this before it was reholded is like way worse of condition. Oh, that's really funny. Um, that is really funny. I can't find it. I can't find an older. Here, Reholder by PSA. No, I can't find. Okay, okay. I'm gonna give up my search. But yeah, you could if you compare the photos. I did it in my previous video. If you compare the photos, then it is significantly worse condition. Specifically in this top corner here, if you compare the photos of the old reholders, oh sorry, of the old slab, um, that's really funny. If you compare the condition of the old slab versus the new slab, this one is literally so much better. It is so crisp. But the thing is, the old slab, it was so much worse condition. I don't know if they like swapped it out. I don't know if they like cleaned up the card a bit, but like there's definitely something that happened to that card. I actually really want to find a picture of it. Maybe it'll be here. Yo, how do I send pics? I don't. Ah, no, I don't think you can in the chat. Ah, I can't find it. Far out. Here. No. Here, let me search up. Let me search up old slab. Maybe that'll help actually. It's not. I can't really zoom in on that. Yes, here we go. Finally, you can clearly see, bro. You can't tell me otherwise. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, let me get a close up. Let me get a close up. Let me close some tabs. All right. I don't want to be left holding my stuff when waiting for the market to go back up. You kind of just have to. You just simply have to. I'm sorry, but the thing is, if you're investing in kind of in this kind of stuff, the market will cool off for. I mean, okay, the market will cool off for years. Here, let me show you something quite interesting. Go to 130 point and look up sales slab there, mate. I don't think that's directed to me. I think that's directed to the chat. Okay, here, let me show you. So here, take a look. Take a look. See this card here? See this card here? All right, all right. Let's take note of that. Just think about it in your head. Bro, the only difference is that this has a white back. It doesn't even. It has a grey background. Yeah, it has a grey background. It's not even like it's. You can clearly see there is the damage is like virtually gone. And then if you go down here, you got some damage here in the corner. It's just magically gone. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Like it is so much of worse condition here. Now, like I understand a lot of it is actually the slab itself. Like, don't worry, I'm not stupid. I understand most of it is clearly the slab, but yeah, I don't know, man. It definitely is a bit weird. Obviously, I'm not really going to accuse anything because that would just be dumb. I don't want to make myself liable. But like, nonetheless, it is still really weird. So yeah, that is confused. It's at 13 or 16 mil. All right, let me give it a refresh. Okay, so it's at 13 mil. Now, the thing is, if you want to pay for the card, which if you do end up winning the auction, you do have to pay for it, then what happens is that this is not what you pay. This is what you bid, but there's a 20% premium on top. Also, I don't know if you guys can hear those dogs. Please just ignore it. You can see that the final bid, sorry, the buyer's premium is 6.1 mil combined with the final bid. So you when you're bidding at it, you bid 13 mil, but realistically you're actually bidding 16 mil. So it's kind of weird. Yeah. Very, very weird nonetheless. The top the top right corner was left sorry, the top right corner and bottom left was damaged. Yeah, exactly. So it's selling for 16.1, but it's like if you're bidding, you're bidding. I don't know why they do it like that. It's really weird. I don't know why they don't just add the premium on top, but it's weird. But yeah, it is. It's 16.1. That's what you evaluate it. When you're evaluating these type of things, you look at the The buyer's premium, not the actual bid itself, because the buyer has to pay 16.1 to get this card, which means that's what it sells for. So, yeah. It could be the angle. Look, I'm thinking it maybe is. It is look, it is a really clean copy, like definitely 1,000,000% a clean copy. This is a really, really like props to the people who actually held this card like for years on end. It's very, very clean. It does also look like the same card as well. Looking at centering, look at everything. Like it does look like the same card, but it is just I don't know. It's kind of weird. I think it's just maybe because this is just such a dark photo. Yeah, poor resolution, fully black background. This one is a bit different. This one really does show all its blemishes, but then this one makes it look really nice. So I don't think it's a different card. It's funny to joke about it. Like I bet PSA, changed the card out, which is kind of funny to say that, but I actually don't think it is the situation. Um, you've been working out, yeah, like every day usually. Are there taxes on top of the premium? Oh, that's actually a good question. Well, I would assume there's also sales tax as well. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm not too sure because I don't live in America. In Australia, there's no added price. Like what you see is what it is in Australia. So if you buy a car that's $10, you're actually paying $10. You're not paying $10 plus tax. So like I actually don't know because I don't live in a country where that's how it works. So I'm not 100% sure. Um, Hey Sam, I'm debating on purchasing a case of either Surging Sparks or Mega Evolution Enhanced. Can you give me your thoughts? That is a fantastic question. All right, so first of all, I'm just going to quickly finish with what I was saying to Karim. So you were saying how you don't want to hold it for years on end. Your item, you don't know where the market's going to go. Let me show you something on eBay. Okay. These items here. This is an item that didn't move. It didn't realistically do much. But then one day it just decided to jump. Now I was talking about these items. The Black Bolt display on its own sells for about 921. I bought these for 81 AUD to USD. So I bought these for 836. They are now 921. I was down on this item for a long time. Bought it near release. It was like July, so I bought it. I've held it for like probably 5 months, probably 6 months, around that range. I didn't see much returns on it. Recently, it's jumped up a bit. It's getting a little bit drier. It's getting a little bit harder to come by. Auctions are no longer ending at $800. They're ending at $850, the 900, 921, and slowly but surely things go up. You don't know when it's going to happen. I didn't think this item was going to move for years, but it did move. And that just goes for a lot of things. A lot of things, they just move when you don't really expect it. So it's just a kind of investment where you don't have like quarterly reports and you don't have anything, right? It just kind of moves up. So yeah, it's very difficult to predict where the top is. Now, Surging Sparks or Mega Evolution. So we're at 18 minutes until the auction ends, unless someone else bids. Right now it's at $30 million, which is already like record-shattering numbers. But anyways, so let's go Surging Booster Box Case, and then Mega Evolution Enhanced Booster Box Case. Yeah, pretty sure the set value is pretty high compared to Scar and Violet and other sets. Yeah. Surging Sparks is 1738. Mega Evolution is 1479. Surging Sparks is going out of rotation next year. I think Mega Evolution base is a better set. 100%. Mega Evolution base is definitely a better set. Which one will be worth more in the future? it's difficult because Mega Evolution is better, but it's a lot. It's really not. It only goes out of rotation a year after Surging Sparks, though. It's just the fact that Mega Evolution is better, and also it's cheaper as well. I don't know. I'd probably go for because you can get a case, but then also a loose box as well. This one you can only get a case. If I were you, I would actually probably grab Mega Evolution because you can get 7 Mega Evolution boxes versus 6 Surging Sparks. The difference is Mega Evolutions. It is actually a better set in my opinion, and it only goes out of rotation a year after Surging Sparks. And we've clearly seen with sets like Astral Radiance or Silver Tempest or things like Bright Stars, they don't have to go out of rotation first. It's just what's better. Better always outperforms in the long run, right? Okay, in 10 years' time, Mega Evolution Base. Which one do you think is going to be more expensive, Mega Evolution Base or Surging Sparks? If I'm being real with you, probably Mega Evolution Base. It's actually a really good set. Now, does that mean Surging Sparks is going to do bad? Absolutely not. Surging Sparks is going to do really, really good. But the thing is, with Surging Sparks, I think that like in 10 years' time, yes, Surging Sparks went out of rotation 2027, and then the other one went out of rotation 2028. I don't think it really matters. It's just what's better, right? And like you can look at Sun and Moon, you look at stuff like Unified Minds, Unbroken Bonds, Cosmic Eclipse. Those are far newer than sets like Burning Shadows or Crimson Invasion, but they're far better. So I don't think that the I don't think that it's I don't think that it'll realistically matter that it's going out of rotation a year sooner. But I will say, then the debate which one is actually better, because we've already got someone in the chat saying that I think Surging Sparks is better. So it's like clearly not it's not like everyone agrees that Mega Evolution Base is better. It's a very controversial opinion, if you will. So it's very difficult. It just depends which one you think is better, and then whichever one you think is better, go for it. I think Mega Evolution Base is better. I think there's more chases. You got the gold cards, you got the SIRs, you got nice chases overall. You got decently difficult points, although I think they are pretty similar. So yeah. Hi Sam, never seen you live before. Yeah, I usually don't go live often. I think this is the third time going live. I do not go live often at all. Booster bar display, cop or drop. A cop or drop. I've actually never heard that one before. Let's see. I would probably say cop it. Dude, that's crazy. 10 in a sealed display is 12.25, and then normal, just 10 loose, is 12.800. Sorry, 127 per bundle if you get them loose, or 122 if you get them loose. Sorry, in a sealed display. I would probably say go for the sealed display if I were you, to be honest with you. Let's give it a refresh and let's see how it's doing. Still at 13 mil. Still at 13 mil. All right. Isn't it crazy how you get taxed when you buy something and taxed when you sell something? Yeah, I do find it kind of crazy that in the States, although in Australia you do have GST as well, which is basically tax on your purchase, but it's just already baked into the price. Yeah, it is kind of weird though. Bit much. Prices down in singles because of the reprints. Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, Mega Evolution prices dropped a lot, but yeah, definitely because of the reprints. Or maybe you're talking about Surging Sparks. I mean, both of them are actually down a lot because of reprints. Both of them just copped a lot of reprints, if I'm being honest with you. I texted a video of the difference between the new and old slab. Yeah, I'll take a look at it. I'll take a look at it once we're done. Once we're done, I'll take a look at it. What are your thoughts on buying a Voice Guys ETB over a Desmorales ETB? Well, they are completely different prices. I would assume you're talking about a Voice Guys normal versus Desmorales Pokemon Center. Probably gonna have to go with the Voice Guys. Yeah, I'd probably say a Voice Guys, to be honest. If you're talking about normal Voice Guys versus normal Desmorales, I mean, like, definitely a Voice Guys, but yeah. So we're still at 13 mil. We've got 11 minutes left. Do you think the Charizard SR will do well overall? I don't know, man. There's so many graded. It's so common. Everybody has one. It's. Let's see. Sorry, it's actually really difficult to type on my keyboard right now. See PSA 10s. I don't know, is this auction slow actually? Oh, that's a PSA 9. Is the auction slow? Oh, I think it should be fine. I think it should be fine. I can't tell if it's slow or not, but I guess we'll have to hope it's not. If it is slow, let me know. 7,000 PSA 10s. It's not even a year old. Once this set is a year old, there's going to be 15,000 PSA 10s, 10,000 20,000 PSA 10s. Okay, put it like this. If there's 15,000 PSA 10s, there are 15,000 Bubble Mews. Now, if we check the Bubble Mew slab, you'll notice that it came out in 2024. Not only did it come out in 2024, it was at the very start of 2024. So it's basically 2023. Technically, it's not, but it's literally by a month. This came out in the start of 2024, and there's 15,000 of these dudes. This one, there is 7,000 PSA 10s. So, okay, once this is a year old, it'll be 15,000, like 100%. That means there is going to be just as many Charizards as this Bubble Mew, but it's going to be far newer. I don't think it will be expensive. I genuinely believe this is what this Phantasmal Flames Charizard Fate is going to be. I think what's going to happen is it's a really nice card. I absolutely love it. But we do have to get real for a second. It's really easy to pull, and it's really easy to grade. Meaning, I think it'll have a 151 Charizard Fate, where it will build momentum. It will build hype, but it'll lose it. Every time this card goes up $100, you're going to have 1,000 listed. The 151 Charizard, there's like 70,000 graded. This one, we're up to 10,000, and the set's only been out for a bit. This card, I don't see it holding such an expensive price for a while. I don't know, man. I don't think it's worth it, to be honest. I don't think it'll be like the next Moonbreon, in my honest opinion. I think, like, I guess it'll do well, but it's difficult. Like, from these prices, hell no. Like, from these prices, no. From the very bottom, sure. Like, if it goes down to 1,000 USD for this card, like PSA 10, okay, yeah, then it'll probably be a good pickup at that price. Or if it goes to like 500 USD, it's like, yeah, that'll be a really good pickup at this price. But it's like, it's worth, what is it worth now as a PSA 10? First of all, let me get the number. 25. Also, someone asked on what the lore is for the Pikachu. I will explain it in a sec, but we are now at $13.1 million. Holy crap, I feel like I'm going to be here for a while. Anyways, let me see. It's Charizard. Let me see what it sells for. You can just see how many are auctioned off. Like, okay, so it's already going down. So it used to be $3,000 as a PSA 10 like a month ago. So it's already gone down a pretty decent amount. So this is now actually below the Bubble Mew. I would expect it to go even lower, in my honest opinion. Maybe $1,000 at the very bottom. Maybe about that range, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, so overall, I think it'll do well, but it's just so damn common. So it just depends on this price. Like, at this price, will it do well? No. No, it won't. But if it goes lower to like $1,000, well, yeah, I think it'll do really well. I think it's best to keep for yourself and not invest in PSA 10. Yeah, I like fully agree with that. If you want to invest in this card because you like it, valid. That's fair. Sorry, if you want to buy this card because you like it, that's valid. I get that. Investing in it, I wouldn't really if I were you. Ooh, this guy makes a bit of a good point. There is the Rayquaza coming soon, so I wonder if that's going to make the Evolving Skies Rayquaza do well. Yeah, because there's the Rayquaza EX coming out soon. So I think it's gonna be interesting to see how that affects the price of the other dude. But anyways, when will Phantasmal Flames break $300 a box? I don't know. I think it's close, right? Oh, close. Yeah, yeah. Soon, soon, definitely soon. Yeah, it's pretty close. Oh, yeah, it's $2. Oh, it's literally $1 off. Maybe today. I don't know. Yeah, definitely close. How many does it need to crack it though? Oh wow, there's like a lot listed. Oh, holy crap, there's so many listed. Oh wow, okay, it actually might take longer than expected. Yeah, it breaking $300 is going to be hard. Yeah, wow, it just keeps going. Okay, now it finally cracks it. Maybe a couple days, maybe a week or two. I reckon it'll do it soon though. Look, when will it average at $300? I don't know, but I think it'll sell for that soon. It probably already does. All right. What other? Oh, the law. Okay, so this card came out in, I believe, 1997, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, 1998. So basically, this card, there was an illustration contest, I believe, where you would make your own card or something like that, and then this one got chosen. I think it was like, or maybe it was like a tournament. I don't know. Something happened in 1998. Sorry, really bad explanation. I apologize, but it it was given out to winners, but I don't know if it's an illustration contest where you draw your own Pokemon. I kind of forgot. I would assume so, right? Because it's an illustrator rather than a trophy. So I would assume you draw your own Pokemon. It was something like that. You make some artwork, and there were like 40 people who won an estimate around that range, and this was handed out to them because it was such a long time ago. 1998. We're in 2026. It's like what, 28 years. So because this was such a long time ago, there is kind of questions on like how many still exist, how many, are there maybe 100, but like a ton of them got lost. Like, what's the story with that? You've just got to think like, how many times have you ever been given something like a little promo or like a nice, like, whatever, right? Like some random thing from some contest. A lot of people would just throw it out after a couple years. So there were probably like 50, maybe 100, but only 40 of them exist because it was just such a long time ago. I mean 30 years ago is a very, very long time. So I do think that there was probably a good amount of winners, just a lot of them got lost in time. You've got to remember that this was even pretty much before there was a Pokemon craze, anyways. Well, at least in the West, actually. In the West, obviously, it came out in 1999. It was a pretty big hit, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know how many there are of this that like once existed, but I would probably say a decent amount, maybe like 100, and then a lot of them just got lost. But yeah. Oh, you pulled the Charizard. Yeah, just keep it, dude. Honestly, I don't think it always. Okay. Oh, okay. Holy crap. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, just yeah, give that a sec. Does it look bad? Ooh. Just give that a sec. That thing is like overheated. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, that is like 100 degrees, like Celsius, probably. Holy crap, that is hot. Okay, that thing is just like overheating, so just give it a sec. That does tend to happen. Anyways, yeah, just keep it. Honestly, it doesn't always have to be an investment. It doesn't always have to be about money. I think if you've pulled the card, just enjoy it. Trust me, over the years, you will regret selling it. There was a time where I opened up one prismatic ETB case with my friend. We pulled two Sylveons, a Flareon, an Eevee, a ton of other SIRs from Prismatic, and we kept the Flareon, but we actually both agree like we wish we actually kept all of them. But unfortunately, we did sell them. So, like, trust me, you're probably going to regret it because like, it has a lot of sentimental value, right? So, I would probably say just don't sell it. I'd say just keep it. The next Lovebirds are the ones in Surging Sparks. Yeah, valid. I mean, look, I think it'll I think those Lovebirds will definitely do good, but they definitely could have done a better job on them. They do look the angles are a little bit weird, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. But I think it's mainly going to be the Pikachu carrying it, to be honest. But yeah, it will be interesting to see if the Latios ever does flip the Pikachu. That would be funny. When will we see another jump in prismatic ETBs? I'd probably say maybe the third quarter of this year. Yeah, I'd probably say the third quarter. The reason why the third quarter of this year is because the last year 151 and Paladin Fates really accelerated about the third quarter, and it was purely because it was going out of rotation this year. But like looking at Prismatic Evolutions, it'll probably accelerate the third quarter because that's when the hype will be for it going out of rotation. I'm gonna just put it there so we can kind of make. There we go. The Japanese one looks better. You can see the Charmander's face. Yeah, no, like I fully agree. Honestly, the Japanese one is much better than the English Phantasmal Flames, in my honest opinion. But anyways, we are at 3.1 mil. So sorry, 13.1. What do you do before sending cards to PSA? Do inspect them. Okay, take it as someone who has like a 95% success rate. I have only submitted like 1 or 2 cards that have ever gotten 9s. The rest of them have been 10s. So I have an incredibly high success rate. I usually only buy cards if I want to grade it. I usually don't pull cards and then grade it. Now, that is mostly because I've never actually pulled a card I think is actually worth grading. The only time I ever pulled a card that I graded was my Lugia Alt Art, but I was very new at the time. It was my first ever submission, and I just got a PSA 9, so it wasn't really the best intro to PSA. But yeah, so it wasn't really that fun. But when it comes to grading, you generally want to inspect the card. Now, this is a bit of a don't you like an 8 as well? Okay, I don't know what that was. Okay, so with grading, this is a bit of a trick, is when you look at the centering for the front, flip the card. So let's get this Chinese Latios as a good example. When you're looking to grade this card, this is what you want to do. You want to get the centering, flip the card. The reason is because your brain, for whatever reason, will make it look better centered than it actually is. But then when it's upside down, I think it just messes with your brain. So then your brain kind of looks at it with a blank slate in a sense. So then you can see how well centered it is. And there's been times where I would go to grade a card, I would look at it, I'll look at the back and I go, oh, yep, corners, no dings in the corner, looks nice. It's nice rounded corners, no sharp edges. Everything looks good. You look at the front and you're like, all right, because this centering here is the most important thing whenever you're looking at a card. If you want to ever grade a card, the centering on the sides is the best for the front. The back doesn't matter like nearly as much, but whenever you look at it, then sometimes I would go, all right, well, this is the most important part of the card. Let me flip it and see, oh, it's actually way worse centering than I figured. So when it comes to it, yes, you inspect it, you look at the top, the bottom, you look at everywhere, but the main thing is just flipping it. When you flip it, it becomes a lot more easier to actually see the centering. And a lot of the time I see people go like, oh my goodness, this card, it didn't get good centering. Oh, sorry, it didn't get a good grade. Oh, I didn't get a PSA 10. But it's like, if you actually just flip it, it makes it a lot easier. And whenever it comes to top and bottom, you can also turn it like this. So when you look at a card, I can't really do this without a torch, but you would get your torch, you would shine it to try and find any white dots. You will look at the back, try to find any white dots, and then you will look at centering. So you give it a flip, you take a look at centering, and then you do it on the side, take a look at centering, and then you look at the back, centering, and then the dots. Be incredibly harsh. Don't just grade willy-nilly. If you're spending money on a card, you're going to want to get a PSA 10. I've done this for $1,000 cards. I've done this for $50 cards, $500 cards. It's not worth grading a card if there's visible damage. If there's even the slightest speck, nope, don't buy it. Don't even bother. Do not bother. What's the point of taking that chance? So, yeah. 13.1. I actually might be freed. I thought this would be like a 30-minute stream, but holy crap, here we are. Anyways, a handful of people were invited to an Illustrator contest. All got one, and only like 40 of them were given out. People who drew the arts of the people who drew were also turned into cards. Interesting, yeah. So it was like a contest, and yeah, people were given. Okay, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Is 710 delivered AUD good price for a 151 ETB? it's not bad, but man, that's getting expensive, dude. Man, I used to have 40 of those far out. I really should not have sold those. Holy crap. Every time I hear the price of them, I'm always like, oof. But yeah, it's good. It's really, really expensive. It just kind of depends on like, are you trying to maximize your gains? Because if you're trying to maximize the best possible returns, I probably wouldn't recommend grabbing it. But if it's like you're just trying to buy something that's a little safe, then yeah, I'd say go for it. Like 100%. Very, very good item to buy. But anyways, yeah, so yeah, that's grading for you. If you look at the lovebirds, they meet at the sun. The surging sparks are both flying towards the sun in the exact same lighting. That's actually really cool. That kind of stuff where there's like nice lore to it or a nice story, it always does really well. Any cards that are telling a story, any cards that have an interesting history, always bonus points. Always very, very good for the card. Who's going to bid a higher number? Once you bid, I'll bid next. So just go ahead and bid, and I'll outbid you. Do you think 151 will, or what do you think 151 will do in 5 years? I think the next 5 years will probably be the biggest movement we see for 151. In the next year, it's too short to predict. In the next 2 years, it's too short to predict. But 5 years is a good amount of time. 5 years, the UPCs will probably be $2,000, $3,000. The cards inside, I don't think are going to be ridiculous expensive, but I think it's more or less going to be more of like a collectibles item, more like a collector's item. So I think like maybe booster model displays could be like 5 grand, 6 grand in 5 years time. 5 years time is a lot of time. That is a very, very long time. So I think that yeah, a lot will happen by then. It's easier to see the centering from the back versus the front. Yeah, yeah, definitely. The back is always super easy to see, especially when you got cards like this freaking tag team. It's so hard to see the centering because there's like a black line. I don't know. They're just weird, but yeah. I mean, the back is definitely easier. You can always do the trick where you flip it at the back, but the difference is that you don't really need to as much because the centering at the back isn't as important. Especially now, basically, PSA didn't necessarily get more strict. They more have just moved their strictness to the front, so they made the back more like easy, more lenient, but then they made the front more strict. So yeah. Anyways, my local charges $8.99 for their for their opinion on the cards. Holy shit! They charge $9 to give you their opinion on a card. Oh my gosh, mine just does it for free. That's a bad local card shop. They charge $9. Well, they better have a high success rate because my card shop has like an 80% success rate and they look at it for free. They just give you their opinion on it. I bought a Raichu off this vendor, a $500 Raichu. I tell everybody this story because it's funny as anything. But basically, I bought this Raichu off a vendor, and it's because I was at a card show, and my local card shop that I submit with, they were at that card show. And basically, what happened was I bought the card, took it to that local card shop, like their stand, and they were doing PSA submissions on the spot. So I said, hey, could you guys, I just want to submit this card, submitted it on the day, got it back, got a 10 happy days. But here's the thing. I said to the person who submits, I said, do you think this will get a PSA 10? He takes a look at it. He goes, yeah, that'll get a PSA 10. I think you got a pretty good shot. He didn't charge me $9 for his time. He just did it and he just added it in. I don't think charging $9 is insane. I think it should just be added in with the grading. Now, if it's like a ton of cards, that's a bit of a different story. If they have like, if you have 100 cards and you ask, all right, fair. But dude, they should charge like $50, not $9 per card. Holy freaking crap, that's bad, dude. Yeah, you pay $9 for someone's opinion? Please don't. That's really, really bad. $9, oh my gosh. I literally submitted a bunch of, I swear, my mate sent me like 300 cards and I looked at all of them and I didn't charge him $9 per card. Oh my gosh. That's horrible. See, I think if you're going to do something like that where you charge a large amount, you should at least have some sort of like backing up, like, yeah, we have done, we have given a yes to 10,000 cards to submit them, and 9,000 got PSA 10s. And maybe they can do something where it's like, if we say yes and it gets a no, then we'll give you that $9 back. That should be fair. So at least it gives them an incentive to not just say yes, 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 $100 please. So that's kind of weird though. I've never heard of that. A card shop charging $9. Damn, that is amazing. I'm sorry, but run, dude, please. You could post it to get other people's opinion, ask to take a picture, um, and get your AI opinion on it. There's some free apps measuring. Yeah, look, I wouldn't use those apps. They're actually really bad. Those apps are really, really bad. I think honestly, I hate to do it the old. I hate to be like the old-fashioned dude who just does it, the old way. I think just looking at it with your two eyeballs is the best bet. No speck of dust that looks like a dot. No weird angles, no bad resolution, no shadows, just your eyeballs, physical card. It works like a charm. All you need to do is just learn how to grade. It's easy as see me. I grade a ton of cards, and my mates who have cards, they say to me like, "Oh, should I grade as well? Oh, but what if it gets a PSA 9? But who do I grade it with? What if it gets lost? How do I know if it's gonna go PSA 9 or PSA 10?" It's like, dude, just chill. Do one or two submissions. See, get a good grasp. How many PSA 10s versus 9s did you get? What was the level of leniency for every single different thing? This got a PSA 10, but it has a dot. This got a PSA 9, no dot, but it's worth centering. All right, well, they clearly value centering over more. Or a crease is like an automatic 6, so then don't submit. Maybe a dot maybe you can get away with it. It's a little white dot at the very end, and it's so minuscule, right? But it's like, you're only going to do that just by getting on-hand experience. So what that card shop has done is they've gotten that on-hand experience by submitting like 10 cards, and then now they're just selling a lifetime of pretty much courses to you, constantly trying to milk every dollar. I don't think it's worth it. Honestly, seriously, I really do not think you should do that. Don't pay $9 to get someone's opinion. Do you get your money back if it's not a 10? Like, that's exactly what I'm saying. I don't think that they should necessarily cover the actual grading, but they should definitely cover if they charge you $9 and you don't get a 10. Nah, nah. Hey Sam, I just wanted to say, I just want to jump in and say hello. Appreciate all the content and the grind on the daily uploads. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate that. Thank you, Evan. That definitely does go a long way. I very much appreciate that. You think I should buy Generations? No, no, dude. Generations is like, please don't. Generations had most of its run up already. With the excitement of 30th anniversary, it usually only goes up then. So I would probably not bother with it. If I were you, if I'm being 100% honest, I wouldn't bother. Did you use videos to learn, or did you use videos to learn, or did people show you? I just learned it myself. I just kind of use logic, and like, I'm not saying that in a rude way, but it's like more of like, all right, if there's a dot, well, yeah, no shit, you don't send it off, right? If it's really badly centered, all right, well, yeah, no shit, you obviously don't send it. But it's like, if it's decently centered and there's no dots, you're fine. Very, very rarely will there be that crease that you never noticed, right? Like, you will very, very rarely have that moment where you're like, oh, I didn't notice that fat crease in the corner. Like, you'll be fine. It's a lot, people complicate it with charging services, building apps on it. And then on top of that, you see posts all the time online, people saying, oh my goodness, I graded this and it's perfect and I got a PSA 6. It's like, okay, well, we can't evaluate it just based off pictures. It's very difficult to just be able to evaluate it based off just pictures. So you kind of just have to look at it in person and you'll just get a good grasp. So yeah, I kind of just learnt it over time with a little bit of like, with a little bit of logic, a little bit of thinking like, all right, if it's off-centered, yeah, no shit, don't center it. Sorry, don't send it. If it's got a dot, if it's got damage, yeah, obviously. But it's like, other than that, you're going to get a 10, right? Like, it's not that difficult at PSA 10s. It's not like a black label or not a tag 10. It's not like a black label where it's like, anything could stop. Like, getting PSA 10s is actually really, really easy. And I think that's why PSA is so popular, is because it's like, it's actually really easy to succeed with grading as long as you just apply just a tad bit of logic, and you're golden. You're golden. When do you think OP13 will bottom out? I don't know when, but what do I think it will bottom out as? Maybe $400 the most, at the least, sorry. I mean, yeah, $400. Maybe $300. I don't know. It's very difficult. It's very, very difficult to predict. It just ultimately depends how big the what's it called? How big the reprint is in June. So not too sure. Not too sure. 3 Sam's Club PC prismatic booster bundle. Yeah, like prismatic booster bundles, not booster bundles as like 6 packs, but like the surprise box plus booster bundle. For a PC Ascended Heroes, no, I wouldn't do that. I just keep the prismatic. We do it the old-fashioned way. When you get the cards, yeah, exactly, exactly. You just look at it in person. Happy days works best. Will the graded numbers of the Zard in Phantasmal hurt the future potential of holding cases? Oh, sorry, of holding case. Okay, hang on. Are you saying like cases like sealed boxes, like 6? I don't think it'll damage the sealed value, but yeah, like if there's a high pop of it, it will absolutely shatter the value. If that card was like 1 in 2,000 packs to pull, it would be a $2,000 card, but it's not. It's 1 in 400 packs. It's very easy to pull, so I don't. It's a good card, but it's not necessarily like expensive. Well, I don't think it'll be expensive for long, to be honest. Yeah. How do you feel about edges and centering tool? Um, yeah, they're pretty good. I don't know. I never use those. I just use once again. I just looked at it with my eyes. That's it. I just looked at it. I just look at the card. Is it centered? Because here's the thing. Obviously, if you look at one side, well, yeah, you're not going to know like is that centered. You look at both sides and you compare them, right? So you actually have something to go based off. When it comes to grading, oh, let me just refresh and see how we're doing. Right, closing in at 6 minutes. Cool. Okay, so with grading, the thing is, when you look at the card, you're not looking at one side, you're looking at two. So with the card, you just compare this side to this side. You compare the right to the left and the left to the right, and it's easy. The thing is, you don't need a tool because you just compare them. It's not like you're measuring, it's not like you actually need to like measure with a tape measure, and if it's above a millimeter, then it's too much, right? No, it's just you compare them. Do they look relatively even? Yes. Do the top ones look relatively even? Yes. Do the bottom ones look relatively, sorry, the back ones? Yes. And then top to bottom? Yes. Great. It doesn't even need to be that crazy. Like even this card, it's not even centered that well from back to front. It's actually not even that good. There's another card, my Bubble Mew. Um, it's actually not even centered that well at the front. Yeah, it's not even centered that. There's no way you guys would be able to see that. But yeah, it's not even centered that well. But it's like it's enough, right? And you kind of just got to get a feel on how much is enough, and then happy days. It just kind of takes time, but you'll figure it out once you submit like 5 to 10 cards, you'll figure it out. Do you think the market will dip after 30th anniversary? No, I don't think it will. I think the market has stabilized really well. Oh, it's 13.2. Holy crap. Okay, so it went from like 5 mil to like 12 mil in the span of like an hour, and now it's taking forever. This is where the auction is probably going to get stretched out for a good while. Um, yeah. How's the 1v1 single slash slab situation over in your part of the world? I just came back from a card show and people. Yeah, okay, so it's pretty easy to get PSA 10s in Australia whenever it comes to 151. They are like way more expensive than um than America. So in Australia, getting PSA 10s is pretty difficult. So I'd probably say add like maybe a 30% premium versus the States versus here. And that's probably what we pay for those cheaper slabs. There are things like the Iron Brown VMAX where our Iron Brown VMAX is worth about 5K as a PSA 10 USD versus the States where it's about 3K. But the thing is, with those cheaper cards like a $200 card or a $300 card, for us it's far more expensive. So yeah, it's definitely not the most fun thing out there. In Australia, it's probably worth just grabbing the singles themselves. But yeah, Inferno X Charizard sold for about 1440 AUD. Do you think it's a good card to get as it gets hard as it's harder to get than English? I would probably say investing in either of them is not a good idea. The Japanese one is cheaper, but well, as a PSA 10, but it is easy to grade. Um, but yeah, I mean, I would probably say the English one is probably just better to go for anyways, even though it is easier to obtain. It definitely has far more demand. Scarlet has so many good sets. Paladin Face, Destiny Morales, Prismatic Evolutions 151. And even the mid sets, like Black Ball and White Flare, are fire. Yeah, I really do agree. Even sets like Black Ball and White Flare are really solid sets. Um, yeah. I'm gonna reveal. I might actually just end the stream here. I have been streaming for a bit now. How long have I been streaming? Where are we? Oh, it doesn't tell me. Okay. Well, I haven't streamed for a bit. Look, the thing is, it. I think this is gonna go on for a while, dude. I kind of got to eat. I got to do stuff. This was just gonna be a bit of a stream, just more of a just watching it auction off, and didn't really have much of an intent. I more just did it because I figured might as well. It is kind of interesting to see this, and I know a lot of people would be up. I probably will end the stream though because this is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. I thought this would end like in 30 minutes or maybe 40 minutes. I think I've been here for like an hour and a bit. So I might just end the stream here. It will be very interesting to watch. If you do want to watch the stream, all you need to do is just look at on the golden auction. Yeah, bicep reveal. No, I'm not doing that. But all you need to do is look at the golden auction and it'll be there. This is probably just going to stretch for a very long time, probably a couple hours. It's just going to keep 13.3, 13.4, 13.5. So I might just end it here. It's not like the intervals are like 5 minutes, they're like 30 minutes. So every single time someone bids just like 1% more, it's like it just ups it by 30 minutes. So I might just end it here. Very interested to see how it has done. We had some pretty good conversations today. Thank you everybody for watching. I'll just quickly say, what are your thoughts on enhanced booster boxes? They are great. I held not prismatic. I held joined together enhanced boxes. I think they are great. They're very rare. They're getting rarer day by day. Can we do a fan meetup? Well, I mean, whenever I go to card shows, I always do just post where I'm going. So, like, if you ever do want to just like see me in person, yeah, whenever I go to card shows, like, I always do just say it. Usually, once in Melbourne or Queensland, you'll usually find me in Australia. So there are a couple in like March or April I'm going to. So I'll probably see you there if you are going on those days. If you are going to those card shows, but yeah. But yeah, that's probably gonna do it for today's stream. I'll definitely watch it with a close eye. I'll continue to watch as the day goes by. But yeah, very interesting to see. My prediction, my new prediction is probably gonna end in the 13, maybe 14. But I think it's definitely going to calm down. Can you sign my Fortnite Crocs? Yeah, that's absolutely hilarious. That's actually pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. I was sarcastic at the start, but that's actually pretty funny. Yeah, so 13.2 I think is definitely where it's going to end roughly. But yeah, anyways, that is going to do it for today's stream. I will see you guys later. Thank you for tuning in. I guess we'll see where it goes. But yeah, I will catch you guys in the Discord server or in the next video. So yeah, I will see you guys.